Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Death Ray here. How y'all doing on this lovely Friday night? We made it to the end of the week, folks. It is something to celebrate out there in the world. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out here for another installment of Davey Science Theater 3000. I don't think it's any secret for the folks that have been hanging out here for a while that I'm a massive Mystery Science Theater 3000 fan. It's probably, I would say it's my favorite television show of all time, and just one of the most important things that I've, stumbled upon in my life as well. So it's really cool to be able to watch these movies that I actually really enjoy and just sort of give them a similar treatment. I mean, on Mystery Science Theater, they're pros. They watch the movie multiple times. They write a script, all that kind of stuff. I don't do that level of preparation, but it's fun to jump in with you guys. And actually, last week when Cecil from the Horror Show channel was on, you guys were cracking me up in the chat. So I didn't expect for that to be like the best part of it. At least that's my sort of takeaway, is that you guys just made it so great. So thank you so much for hanging out. And you know what? Before we get going tonight, I am going to gift 5 memberships. I just figured, why the heck not? We're kicking off, the spooky season, and let's see if we can rope some folks in here. Let's see what we can do. All right, so I'm going to give 5 memberships right now and just see what happens, and then we'll say what's up to everybody in the chat. Boom. So there it is. Let's see here. Brother Fluff Salisbury, Christ knocked, Wolfman's got nards. That's the second time Barry's been gifted a membership. Leeching on Peaches 69. That's fun. And Melissa Wildcard, who has also been gifted a membership, I think, before at another time. So welcome to the 5 new members. I'll probably give out another 5 maybe sometime this weekend, maybe during Movie Punks. Tomorrow night, Foz Rotten and I are hopping back on to talk about The Lost Boys at 8 p.m. Eastern. That'll be live tomorrow. That'll be really fun. That's a movie that Foz has been wanting to cover for a really long time. So looking forward to that episode of Movie Punks. And yeah, welcome to the new channel members. It's really cool to see that. So let's say what's up to all y'all hanging out in the chat. Holy cow, we have 19 people here. That's amazing. What's happening, Paula? So good to see you tonight. Raymond Malaber, the birthday boy from just the other day, just yesterday, right? Yesterday was your birthday. Well, I hope that you can just ride that wave for the entire weekend here, Raymond, and soak it up. Let's see here. We got Prince hanging out in the chat. What's happening, Prince? And yeah, thank you for clearing that one up, Raymond. We're not going to get the stream unavailable notice because I tried a few different times to find streams that wouldn't get shut down. I ran some tests here on YouTube and it just didn't work out. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I've seen some folks that get away with that on their channel, which kind of blows my mind. I don't know how they do it. Maybe they're streaming it directly from a device that's just local in their house. And so since it's not, done off a stream, it's a little easier for them to get away with it. I don't know. We got Necro Mechanimal hanging out with us. What's happening, Necro? Guys, if you didn't know this, everything that you see behind me, the whole background, the silhouette with the theater seats, the really cool, I don't know how you did it, Necro, but the Mystery Science Theater, like, planet, I've always thought, like, I don't know if that's like ramen or what they did to make that planet, but to me, it looks like a ball of noodles. Really great design there as well, putting my name in there. And the stars in the background are actually from my hometown, Juneau in Alaska. So really appreciate Necro for putting that together, as well as a whole bunch of great thumbnails and all that kind of fun stuff too. Let's see here. I do want to remember to remark that Paula is a channel member. Raymond is a channel member as well. Sorry, guys. I try to remember to do that whenever I say what's up to you in the chat. Just like D.A. Mac, who is relatively new to the channel, but became a subscriber and a channel member like almost right away. So really appreciate you kicking it with us here, DA. How you doing, Jamie Hart, the original Death Squad mod? Hope you're having a great evening so far. We got Mark from Tales from the Shelf. What's happening, Mark? Great to see you popping up in the chat, bud. Had a really awesome time doing a versus battle with Mark just last week. I believe it was on Tuesday. Or no, was it Monday? I can't even remember. October's been a friggin' never again am I going to do this to myself in October. I swear. Next year, like in the summer, I'm going to get all my October stuff lined up so October can be relatively normal. But regardless, Mark and I had an awesome versus battle between Halloween 2 from 1981 and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 from 2009. That was really cool, where we pick categories or criteria. We sort of discuss how we feel about them, and each one of us awards one of the movies a winner in that category. And that's a really fun watch. If you missed it, catch the replay. Hope you're having a great weekend so far there, Mark. We got Gene Whitacombe hanging out with us. What's happening, Gene? Always a pleasure seeing you kick it with us here. We got Robert the Wolfman, channel member and Death Squad mod. Liana Bevy Rage hanging out in the chat. Liana is an amazing channel member here. So great to see you. Hope you had a good week at work and you're ready to kick back a little bit. Watch some Carnival of Souls. Oh, yeah. We got Jonathan Nichols hanging out. What's happening, Jonathan? Welcome back to the chat. We got Eli Cortez, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. How are you doing, Eli? Hope you're, everything went well at the end of the week here, kicking off into an awesome weekend for you. Let's see who else we got going on in here. We got Tom Baker. What's happening, Tom? Just saw this movie. Damn. Well, hey, you know what? That might not be so bad. You can watch it with us and poke a little fun at it. Why not? It'll be a good time. We got my chunky Jordy, Gina, hanging out in the chat, one of our great channel members. So great to see you here, Gina. Let's see who. Yeah, exactly. Don't forget to send the like button some love. If you pop in just for a minute and you got to go to another stream, I totally get it. Friday nights are busy, but if you could at least subscribe and like before you leave, that would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, let's see who else we got going on in here. I think we're pretty much caught up. We got Adrian James hanging out. How are you doing, Adrian? So awesome to see you here. Hope you had a great week. I'm feeling pretty sexy so far, Cody. Let's see if we can get it even sexier. Let's see here. Eli says, it's me, Billy. Chapter 2 was so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I am so pumped that not only is it finally released and we can all enjoy it, but it's been doing really well on YouTube here today. And yeah, guys, if you have not checked out It's Me, Billy Chapter 2 yet, go and give it a watch. Watch Chapter 1. If you haven't seen Chapter 1 in a while, watch it again and then watch Chapter 2. They're both about 45 minutes, so it makes like just for a feature length film. Yeah, wow, they really knocked it out of the park with Chapter 2. Absolutely. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, I forgot to mention Adrian is a channel member, so great to see you hanging out with us here. Cody Bear bringing the heat. Oh yeah, the steamy heat, as Cody says. And Cody and I are actually, we're gonna do a stream, a watch party stream of Halloween 4 later on this month. I've got to actually set all that up still, Cody. I'm so sorry. It's been so friggin' busy lately with work and everything else. So I'm looking forward to November getting back to normal as far as YouTube goes. But all you channel members, you know that I just dropped the next Tales from the Crypt episode review of Lover Come Hack to Me. That's episode 5 from season 1. And we've got the finale for season 1 coming up next. But if you're a channel member, you can check out that review right now. And for non-channel members, it's going to be up tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'll be able to get on a little bit of a better track. I've started shooting. I just have to finish up my Evil Dead franchise ranking video. So that one's going to drop this month, as well as a Halloween franchise ranking and a Child's Play franchise ranking as well. And I'm going to review Bride of Chucky because Antonis asked me to do it years ago, it seems, and I've yet to do it. So we're gonna get that one taken care of this month too. It's wild. If you guys check out the live tab on the channel, you'll see just how incredibly busy we are. just really trying to take it up a notch. We just crossed 1,100 subscribers, so we just want to keep on ratcheting it up. Really appreciate that, Jamie. She says, don't forget to smack that like, subscribe to the channel, join the Death Squad. And if you're watching on replay, leave a comment. Yeah, thank you to everyone that's watching. If you're watching after the fact, and everyone that's in the chat right now, once the stream's over, hop back in and just say what's up in the comments, because the comments really helps push everything. Really appreciate you guys for everything you do for the channel, not just hanging out here, but subscribing and becoming a channel member as well. So let's see here. Cody hasn't used that slash that like in a long time. Yeah, it's fun. It's fitting, right? When I started the channel, I knew there would be an emphasis on horror. I guess I never thought that folks would really think of my channel as a horror channel, but I guess like all intents and purposes, that's pretty much what it's become, right? So that's sort of what we celebrate mostly here. And yeah, maybe we'll get into a little bit more of the physical media show off show kind of thing. That would be fun. I had a really fun time. I don't know if you guys all caught the I finally watched it live, where I covered, I think it was 4 or 5 movies that I just recently watched for the very first time. But I had a great time hanging out with you guys in the chat on that one. And maybe we could do something similar where I show off some really cool vinyl or special little collectibles. I don't have a shitload of physical media, but the stuff I have is really cool. It's really cool. So yeah, guys, we can go ahead and get on into the movie. We're about 12 minutes into the stream here, so no sense in putting it off any longer. You'll see I've got the timer right up there in the corner, so you can follow along at any point. And the link in the description below is for the stream that I'm going to be watching. So I don't know if there's different cuts of the movie, whatever. I'm going to be watching the original black and white, no fancy colorization for me. But yeah, I think if you guys are ready to go, I think I'm ready to go. Are you guys gonna be watching? Let me know in the chat if you're watching along, or if you just know this movie so well that you don't even have to. But really quick, I do want to let you guys know we have a poll in the chat. So far, there are 11 votes. The question is, what do you think of Carnival of Souls? And we've got 36% of 11 people saying it's an absolute classic. 36% also saying this is my first time watching, and 27% saying meh. So yeah, guys, I've only seen this one once, I think. And I really enjoyed it. You know, it felt like an extended sort of, I got that Twilight Zone sort of feel, or I guess Twilight Zone gives me this sort of feel. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the movie going. Raymond's going to be watching on Shutter. That is awesome. We are at 0.00 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and get everything lined up. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I'm going to push play. So here we are. 3, 2, 1, go. Hurts Lion International. When the lions really hurt. Just want to make sure the music doesn't get me cut. What's happening, Jigsaw? Great to see you. Man, this movie just really, it just gets right into it. It's just like, let's start with the delinquents. They're going to be, you know, racing their gigantic like PT Cruiser type cars. I mean, I know they're not really, but that's what PT Cruisers always reminded me of. This does remind me of my hometown, my tiny ass town, where this sort of stuff, you just never knew what you were going to get into. Whoa. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? I just want to ask you a question. Pull over. I mean, pass if you're gonna, right? Oh, this looks safe. Yeah. That's like the bridge from every movie right there. Oh my, what is this? Ben-Hur? What's going on? Smoking while driving. How are you supposed to? Well, you know, that'll ruin your weekend anytime that happens. It's like almost the same opening as Beetlejuice. gorgeous. I don't know. This movie really impressed me for, just the time that it came out. I don't know what it was. I just thought that the 60s would be, that there wouldn't be anything that would really do it for me. But once I saw Night of the Living Dead, that totally, destroyed all of that. And I was sort of like, all right, I'll watch some old horror movies and see how it works. I try to do my best at like putting myself in that time and not trying to compare it with like, what's modern or whatever. Um, so I think that makes it a bit easier to enjoy. Dan Palmquist. Whoa. George Corn. George Corn. What a name. Can we get more Gene? Yes, Liana, I've got it going right up here. That is like the murkiest water. That is like straight up sand. How come everyone's 80? What's happening here? Oh, it sounds like ADR. Yeah, you sure you guys weren't racing? Because that's what it sort of looks like. I love the guy that just won't stop shaking his head. I think that's my favorite character so far. You think they're still alive? What's happening, Shay? Great to see you hanging out with us. Everyone, if you don't subscribe over to Shay Rants, you should go check out the channel, see what he's got over there, and think about giving it a subscribe. It's a girl. Let's get down there. Shit, maybe she's single. Hi, ma'am. Do you know how to cook a warm meal? What's happening? Sipping ice. How you doing tonight? I think this might be your first time in the chat. So welcome, welcome. Everybody be sweet to Sipping Ice. We are watching Carnival of Souls. I've got a little timer right up there and a link in the description below if you want to watch along with us. What's happening, Big Rod? One of our great channel members hanging out with us tonight. Love seeing you dropping in, Big Rod. Or she just comes back. Oh, this looks like a pretty crappy job. I probably could have done it better. Where are my eyes? I don't know. They're right here. Hello. Maybe I hit the pen a couple times. Am I squinting? There we go. I'll really squint. And then there we go. Now you can tell. I've always been kind of a sleepy eyed, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm just focused on other things rather than my eyelids. Oh, absolutely. I got this watermelon one. Oh, I love when the characters actually just play the soundtrack, you're really getting your money's worth. This guy's like, "Will you shut up? I'm trying to work here." Cheers, Big Rod. What the hell is that, Earl? I'm gonna go tell her to shut up. Yeah, this fucking madness gotta stop. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, I wish she'd just die. Oh, back to work. Hey, you suck. Is that instrument big enough for you? That thing is incredible. Can you imagine being a kid? You're like, I wanted to, I want, mom and dad, I want to play the pipe organ, and they're like, oh, oh god. I do like this actress's look. I really do like it. There's something like, I don't know. She's beautiful and everything, but there is something like different about her look. Have they ever remade this movie? If they have, I'm totally unaware. Are you gonna buy it, miss, or are you just gonna sit there playing it? Thank God. Wow, the subtitles that are on the screen on my version are wildly inaccurate. Wildly. Let's see here. We got Gory Tiger hanging out with us. What's happening, Gory? Great to see ya. Let's see here. I thought I saw somebody else come in. Nope. All right. Remade in 1998. Who the hell was in it? I totally missed that one. Change the story. Yeah. Yeah, I guess with a movie like this, because there is sort of like a, twist reveal kind of thing at the end, that yeah, if you remake it, it's tough to remake that thing because you want something new for the people that know the original, right? Shawnee Smith was in it. Okay. Interesting. It's funny, everyone knows her from Saw, but like my first like what I know Shawnee Smith from is Who's Harry Crumb with John Candy. That is like one of my favorite comedies from my childhood. I watched that movie so many damn times. Annie Potts, whoo, smoking. Man, they really made these giant steering wheels. Is that like the steering wheel that you have in your truck, Cody? And they just have it for every vehicle. And now, she's just going back to the area, the place of trauma. No good. Let's see if I can find Howard Stern. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a ride through some place in America. You're sure to see trees and some mountains, and maybe you'll reach the plains or a plateau. Welcome to Utah, the land of half caffeinated cola. Ah, the Blob. Yeah, she's in that one as well. Yeah, I like her. She's good. Summer School. I saw that when I was a kid a few times, but I haven't seen it in a really long time. I've got to revisit that one. I remember really enjoying it. The radio doesn't, yeah. You probably wish that you had your auxiliary cable at this point so you could just put on your own damn music, right? Oh, it's great. What's happening, Dominic Johnson? How are you doing tonight, sir? Is this your first time? He said, "Will you give another viewing?" You know what? I'll probably try to do, Dominic. Yeah, because we tried to do Plan 9 with the movie on the screen, and we got shut down twice. So I'll probably revisit that one, maybe in November. Uh, for October, I'm doing one of these a week, but once we get out of the spooky season, I'll probably just do like one a month. Um, Dude, that is the last thing you want to see creeping into your window. Worse than the Hitcher. Yeah, so we'll probably revisit Plan 9. That'll just be our November episode. You want to look at the road? There you go. Okay. Oh man. Gene Hackman, what are you doing out there, dude? Jamie, come on. Shawnee was on a show called Kate and Alley in the late 80s or 90s. I remember that show, but like I remember it existing. I don't remember anything about it. That is a really cool effect with like the mirror. Like however they're doing that's pretty damn cool. I like it. It's eerie. And another, I think this movie benefits from the black and white. Like I'm not against colorization, like whatever, whatever. I've never watched the original Night of the Living Dead in color. Um, but I'm not against it. It's just something I've never done because I love so much the way that these movies that were shot in black and white look in black and white. I just, if that's how you shoot it, why colorize it? Thank you so much, Dominic. Really appreciate you, man. Yeah, Chainsaw and Dave, really fun stuff. The one guy, I think it's Chainsaw. He's cameos in that one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they go skiing. The gang goes to the mountain or whatever. What's happening, Paula? Great to see you back hanging with us. Hope you've had a great Friday so far. Look, buddy, I didn't ask for your whole life story here. Whoa. The house is floating in the air? That's actually a pretty cool transition. I like that. That's creative. I'm so relieved to actually hear her, start talking a little bit here. Everyone here is Southern and judgmental. Nice. Score. Yeah, the captions are cracking me up. I don't know if I can trust them. Like if I can't hear the dialogue, I'm like, can I even trust these damn captions here? Joe Fierro. First time I saw Shawnee Smith was Desperate Hours with Hopkins and Mickey Rourke. Nice. And welcome to the chat, Joe. I feel like this is your first time. If I'm wrong, just let me know. But yeah, everybody make Joe feel welcome. You're hanging out with the Death Squad, bud. We are watching Carnival of Souls. And if you want to follow along, there's a link in the description below and the timer right there running. Our lead character here has just gotten to her rented room, and Gene Hackman's creeping on her through the window. A very well-dressed Gene Hackman. No, I love it when you say it, Jamie. I love it. Big Rod says, I don't know why, but I love the way people talked in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, there was a different cadence, and yeah, it's interesting just to hear how the accents and the language change over time. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. It's your trademark. So you can't stop it now. You know what I mean? The guy that I don't know what he's supposed to represent here, if he's supposed to represent death. The Gene Hackman guy is Rutger Hauer. Okay, I can buy that. Yeah, Liana. Yeah. Cody saw Desperate Hours. Mickey Rourke is one of his favorite actors ever. I've not seen Desperate Hours. I tried it once. I wouldn't recommend it. It turned me into a priest. It was terrible. Man, that is the biggest thermostat behind her on the wall. That thing is huge. She's so terrible. How am I going to tell her she's fired? Hmm. Lord, let me know. Oh, she's really playing that washer dryer set very, very well there. Hell yeah, DA. Damn, Jamie. All right. Saw a lot of stuff at home in her teens. Her high school boyfriend's parents owned the local video store. That's way too cool. Yeah, that is very convenient. How about it? It wasn't, but I'm sure they made fun of it when they did. I'm sure they did a track on Riff Tracks, or even what was it called? The Film Crew. I think they did something like that. But it wasn't on like the main show ever. I know it's weird. Like Plan 9 wasn't on there either. There's a whole bunch of, better known, um, public domain horror movies that they never covered. I think with Plan 9, they purposely were like, it's so bad. Like, let's do something that's bad that no one's heard of yet. Yeah, it's wild how different he looks now. It's a shame. I've just been staring out the stained glass window. She's a cutie, huh? I don't know. Cody, what do you think? You're always talking about the beautiful women of horror. What do you think of this actress here? I'm curious. Was this the first time that they ever used like an old like carnival or like circus grounds or something like that for a scary movie? I would imagine it's gotta be. I mean, right? 62? It's gotta be. I don't know if they'll be ready for the opening tomorrow. Hell no. Get out of here, woman. Why did you even bring me here? I don't even know. I'm just catching up on your guys' comments. What's happening, Bronson? Great to see you hanging out in the chat. Everyone's getting their Mickey Rourke talk on. What's her name in Carnival of Souls? Let me see. The actress's name is Candice Hilligoss. Is that who it is? Yeah, I think she's a cutie. I think so. I mean, half of the time she looks completely lost, like deer in headlights here. But you know, this is the house that's in like every movie. It's like the Psycho house. Yeah, they crossed over. They crossed over, Jamie. Freaks. Okay, there's a carnival and freaks. There we go. I am Cody. I just didn't know her name. I know I'm a total fraud. I'm a big fat phony. I've never seen Freaks from 32. Maybe we should watch that here on the channel. Freaks is required viewing. Oh my goodness. Just when I walk away, just stop talking to me, lady. You know what I mean? I'd go home with her. Yeah, she's quite the looker. As my brother Matt would say, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. Hello. And that's the nice thing about having your own bathroom is you can just leave the door open, the steam goes everywhere, whole room gets nice and warm. It's good. It's good. It's good. Can you speak up? I'm wearing a towel. Yeah, they try to get the gist. It's like an AI. It's something weird with the subtitles. They're hilarious. One of the characters will be like, "Don't you even worry about that," and the subtitle will be like, "You'll be fine." It's like, okay, inappropriate, bud. Would you get the hell out of my room? Go grab your mace. Takes me forever to rinse. This guy's a genuine creep. Inappropriate. A little bit of a nod to Psycho, maybe. I don't know. Necro says, I want to see that original Freaks movie cut before they removed 30 minutes of the freaky stuff. Does that footage exist anywhere? They just haven't cut it together? Yeah. Hey, my hair's super greasy and my two parts are gouged into my skull. Do you want to go out for dinner? Two parts. Two parts that beat as one. It's terrible. Did that guy just look at the camera? How dare you, sir? Getting another couple of latches and locks for that door. Absolutely. That guy's a grade A creep. They've got awesome rooms. Sort of like a double room, like a living room, bathroom, and bedroom. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Joe says Ed and his dead mother and Freaks I talked about when I was 12 all the time. Nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. Thanks, Dad, for letting me rent whatever. Oh, couple zooms. Gene Hackman hanging out at the phone chair. Yeah, my parents were pretty cool about letting me watch pretty much whatever, as long as it didn't have a bunch of like nudity and stuff like that. That was sort of their limits. Um, but yeah, when I was a kid, I definitely didn't know about Ed and his dead mother or Freaks. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll happen for sure. That's so funny. Is there a mirror in that house coat? Because I can see myself in it. It's a good one. That's a good line. What's happening, Zub Zero? So great to see you kicking it with us here tonight. DA Max got his son Jack watching along with him. Well, welcome, Jack. Hope you enjoy the flick. I really dig this one. I mean, old movies, they all sort of come with a certain, caveat as far as, there was a totally different style of acting and shooting films, and they were kind of figuring stuff out then. But I think it's really cool to rewatch these and just see how creative they were and see how these movies influenced other movies after it. Of course, Paula. Hell yeah. I love hanging out with you guys. It's my favorite. We got 16 people kicking it with us on the stream. And I'd say for this time of night on a Friday, with how many other folks are out there streaming that also do great content, I'm super pumped to have you guys kicking it with me here tonight. Yeah, it's pretty awesome that your parents did that, Jamie. I sort of got lucky because my parents knew that, whatever was on TV, I didn't grow up with HBO or any of that stuff. So whatever was on TV, when they'd play the old Halloween and Friday the 13th movies and stuff, they knew that I wouldn't see anything that they didn't want me to see. And so, they let me during all those marathons when I was a kid and those old horror movies played, they didn't have any problem letting me watch them like that. And then, yeah, I was the fifth out of five kids. So I'd say by the time I was like 12 or 13, I was pretty much, watching whatever I wanted to. But, at that time, I just was interested in, kind of rewatching the same stuff I already loved. Big Rod says, my grandpa was like a VHS bootlegger, so I was well supplied with 70s, 80s, and 90s movies of all genres. Hell yeah. Me neither. Coffee doesn't do that. Yeah. Oh, this tea is terrible. I can't sleep. Never keeps her awake, and there she is. She feels drawn to the carnival. Oh, I would imagine that they do some version of that. Maybe they just blank it out. Because yeah, they would like overdub really cheesy words. I love I think it's Mr. Show when they make fun of that and somebody says like mother, father, Chinese dentist. Oh, it cracks me up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean back in the 60s it was more about like just telling like a spooky ghost tale, and I don't know, it was just so less about the shock in, these kinds of movies. This guy just won't let up. Prince, it is from 1962. Yeah, dubbing was and is and always will be horrendous. Yeah. Thanks for that, Eli. Really appreciate it, bud. You are awesome. And yeah, everyone in this community is just, you guys mean so much to me. Thank you so much for kicking it. Yeah, when I was really little, my parents, didn't really let me watch, just any, like I would have to like watch the movie with them. As I got older, they lessened up. But yeah, I mean, different folks got different strokes, and I certainly knew people that grew up in more stricter households as far as all that stuff went, Paula, for sure. And my siblings, like, I'm the fifth of five. My older siblings, they didn't have that kind of freedom when they were growing up. I think my parents just sort of realized that it like probably didn't really have that much of an impact, so by the time I came along they were like, whatever. Never seen Targets. No. What do they got? Like whiskey, just whiskey in a cup here? This guy is classic. He's like, "Hey, look, I put on my plain white shirt. I've got my greasy and double parted hair again. Do you want to get drunk and just see what happens, maybe?" Yeah. I was sort of alluding to that. Thank you, Liana. I like that one. I brought you this pitcher of rupees. Yeah, blanking it out is better than saying like bull spit, stuff like that. Terrible, Eli. Come on, you just drink that all down. Brent says, "Here's a confession. I grew up on bootlegs with my father borrowing DVDs back in the day, and here I am, proud to be a pirate. Don't hate me. I certainly burned my fair share of DVDs back in the day, Prince. Yeah, no freak offs, please. This guy. Let's just drink more." Well, Liana, he is wearing all white, and so is she. Oh no. Oh shit. This is a Diddy freak off. That's pretty funny, Big Rod. Yeah, I think no roofies. It's just like, hey, can I get you drunk really quick? And then you'll just sort of let me do whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I mean late teens, early 20s. That's when like DVD burners became like a thing, Prince. And I would like Blockbuster had something similar to Netflix where they would mail you movies, but you could take that movie that you just watched from so I'd get a DVD, I'd burn a copy of it, I'd take it back to the local Blockbuster, and you could just trade it in for a movie. So I just grab a movie off the shelf, I'd rip that one, burn it. I have tons of burned copies of movies for sure. I never sold them or anything like that. It was just for me, just to build the library. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna get drunk tonight. That's a heck of a helmet haircut right there that saleswoman has. Holy crap. It's like the overly sized Beatles haircut. There you go. 2 VCRs, rent and record. What's the problem, right? As long as you're not trying to make a living off of it, you're not really a pirate. You're just an extreme borrower. There you go, Joe. Hell yeah. Fight the system, man. Punk rock, right? I think every day we should break at least one law as long as it doesn't violate the rights of another person. I think you're just not American if you don't take that opportunity. Raymond says, my parents let me and my sister watch whatever, but I was too scared to watch horror until I was about 16. Yeah. And that's totally cool. I think there was something I didn't watch anything too crazy when I was a kid, and things did scare me for sure. But I was like more scared by Large Marge from Pee Wee's Big Adventure or the V TV miniseries. Like that freaked the hell out of me when I was a kid. But the horror stuff was just like really exciting. And even if it did scare me, I still knew like I could rationalize with myself that it was like fake and everything, even if it was spooky. Big Rod, I probably still owe Blockbuster money for a copy of Clerks. There you go. I worked at one in Bozeman, Montana for a little bit, Jamie. My manager's name was Joe Money. And his wife, she actually gifted me, this is really cool, an original copy of 39 Smooth by Green Day on vinyl. So it's from the original pressing. The paper's like kind of yellowed and it's hanging out in our collection. She just didn't have any use for it. Saw them when they were on tour way back then, and that's my little Joe Money and Mrs. Money story. I got that job at Blockbuster because during the interview, Joe asked me like the last 3 movies I watched, and Fletch was one of them. And he was like, right then I knew I was going to give you the job. There you go. Boom. Copy. Yeah, exactly. Copy movies off other videos or HBO. Absolutely. Yeah. Scared the crap out of me, man. Scared the crap out of me. Cody's bouncing back and forth. Got a convention next weekend, knocks on wood. And the event manager is live on Facebook. Hell yeah. What's the knock on wood? Are you hoping to get some sort of special meeting? Ooh. Could usually get 3 films on one VHS. Yep. Yeah, if you do the long play or whatever, you can get like 6 hours on a lot of those, 6 to 8 hours. The quality isn't like as good, but what does it matter? I mean, like not like you can really tell. I used to record Mystery Science Theater every night when I was in late middle school, early high school. It would play every night in Juneau from 1 to 3 in the morning on Comedy Central, and I'd set up the VCR to record it. And so yeah, I'd keep like 4 or 5 episodes on a tape. Yeah, Big Rod, you're the one responsible for putting Blockbuster out of business. Oh, hi, I'm old too. Have you considered voting? Oh my god. He wants to take her out for a drink. This is amazing. There it is, Prince. My boss didn't gift me anything, but he asked me to get into the return bin because I could fit in it. Yeah. Oh, you don't want anything to go wrong just with weather or anything like that. Yeah. Yep. You got to record an EP. Extended play. Raymond says we had a local Saturday horror matinee. The characters host the show scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. That's wild. What's happening? That's my brother Matt hanging out in the chat with us. How you doing this evening, Matt? Carnival of Souls, but yeah, Tornado of Souls. I'll take that one too. Yeah, pretty thirsty, Liana. Every guy, I mean, can you blame them? It doesn't seem like many women exist here that aren't older ladies, right? And she is a looker. I mean, she is gorgeous. So what can you do? Who's going to be in the chair? I'm freaking out, man. Oh, it's just going to be some guy. Yeah, everyone giving some love to my brother Matt. My literal brother, it's not just a turn of phrase. He's the one that designed the logo, right? Ding, up there. Raymond worked in a video department in his local grocery store for about 10 years. It's a fun kind of job. I worked at an independent record store. It was like my first job in my hometown. And then, yeah, worked for Blockbuster in Bozeman, Montana. That wasn't as fun, but I did work with some cool people and got to see some movies early. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, Matt, have you ever seen Carnival of Souls from 1962? Curious to know. Listen, lady, I think you're totally hysterical here. I see people that I don't know that I think are ghosts all the time. What do you guys think of my Halloween background? Is it stupid? Should I change it up? Is it too much Halloween? Is there just like too much Michael Myers for you to handle? Let me know. Liana, this guy's diagnosing me right now. He's holding up a mirror to society. From the title of this, says Necro, I was hoping to see some ghost clowns. Yeah, not much carnival so far in Carnival of Souls. We've seen an establishing shot or two that I think might be the same shot. And then, yeah, it's so funny. The priest is like, "You want to go check this thing out?" And she's like, "Okay." And they walk up to it and she's like, "Can I go in?" And he's like, "Oh, of course not. What are you thinking? That's stupid." Okay, let's go. No, we are still watching it, Matt, but unfortunately, when I tried to put the movie on the screen in a test run a few weeks ago, um, YouTube shut us down both times. So I'm unable to show the movie, but there's a link in the description below, and then we got the timer going right there. There's only like maybe a half hour left. It's a relatively short movie. Hell yeah. Thank you, Eli. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jamie. I mean, I got to meet your guys' approval technically. Hell yeah. Thank you, Prince. Not enough jack-o'-lanterns. Okay. Well, maybe I could. We've got a pumpkin in the house. So perhaps I could carve a pumpkin and have an actual jack-o'-lantern in here for tomorrow's streams. Yes. Multiple streams. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing, I'll be on Wolfman's Got Nards at 2 p.m. Sorry. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm going to be doing a members only just after that. So at about 5 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing a members only chat with everyone. And then I'll be hopping on with Foz Rotten at 8 p.m. Eastern for Movie Punks. We're going to be talking about The Lost Boys tomorrow. So yeah, I'll get a jack-o'-lantern going there for you, Big Rod. Joe says, I liked Ghoulies too. That was my favorite carnival horror movie and The Funhouse. I've seen neither Ghoulies movie, and I've never seen The Funhouse. I'm totally missing out. So that's why I need you guys to hit me up on socials and let me know these movies. I'll totally forget if they're just in the chat. But Joe, don't hesitate. My socials, all those links and stuff are down in the description. So hit me up and shoot me those titles, and I'll make sure to watch those. This is just ill advised. You're never supposed to do this alone. You're supposed to bring like 4 or 5 people, some alcohol, a couple goes off and makes out. So then that way there's some, you at least have the chance of being the final girl. But if you're the only girl, you're not going to be the final girl. Come on, Mary. My Charlton Heston. Oh my God. I got to bring home screeners we would get sometimes. They would have like words on the screen. Yeah, every now and then it would pop up like this belongs to blah, 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 blah. Yep. I got to see some movies like that too. Flip it horizontal. Just like do a mirror image of it. Maybe that would work. I think if I hooked up the PlayStation to the computer and did my own like feed, that maybe I could get away with it. But I don't know if part of it is that I'm actually like using like feeding from a stream and they're able to like notice that quicker. I ran a couple other tests, Matt, and it was tough. What's happening, Nicholas? Great to see you. And hey, no need to apologize. We've all got our own lives, and life can be, messy and or just complicated and everything. And we can't always make time for every little thing. So no worries at all. I hope things start getting better for you, of course. And yeah, no need to apologize. Just know that whenever you come and hang out with us, you've got friends here. And yeah, whenever you want to spend that time, just come on and hang out and we'll be here. Liana says this whole movie is the stuff of sexual harassment training. Yeah, this is this what life is like for every woman ever? That you walk around and you're like, either you're walking in some spooky place alone aimlessly, or you're being berated by every man that lives in town. And this is a really creepy, like, I would imagine this was a real spot that had been like dilapidated and everything. Like, I doubt that they built all this, but it's just so believable and eerie and awesome. Like, I love when movies can like save money by using like a real location that's just a great location. That's right, Prince. Absolutely. Yeah, Lost Boys is classic 80s, the hair metal vampires. It's amazing. And you got the two Corys in there. Can't go wrong, right? Man, I wanted to ride the merry-go-round, but it's closed. Yeah, that's a good reminder there, Liana. Yeah, just reach out to somebody, one of us, whoever you feel comfortable with, man. Yeah, I've had a tough time not talking about it, Prince. Yeah, she is extraordinarily beautiful, I think. Okay. And maybe there's some other trick that I'm missing too. Streaming it from a site that's not YouTube, maybe that would help. I tried streaming from Tubi and that didn't work. But yeah, just with how busy I've been, it's just been like every time I've tried, it hasn't worked. So I'm sort of moved on, but I should look into that for sure. Yeah, I could do something like that for sure. I wonder even if it was just smaller on the screen and it wasn't like most of the screen. Yeah. Oh yeah, Eli. Yeah, Matt is not only a big movie buff, but he also works in the industry, doing 3D matte painting on films, television, all sorts of stuff. Some big time productions. Check him out on IMDb. It's probably under there might be a couple Matt Conways, but he's a would be Matt Painter. Two brothers named Daryl. That's great, Nicholas. She's like, "What happened to my I don't know what to do with my hands. What are these things?" Wow, the facial acting, even like the kind of lazy eye. It's great. Yeah, she is. I think that it's easy to criticize like older performers, like performers from the past. But I think they're like, I don't know. I do think there's something like really good about her performance here. Pretty mesmerizing. I mean, it's got to be kind of tough to do a lot of like a lot of the times she's alone and she's just like making faces. Matt Conway V on IMDb. And she's starting to realize that something is just not right as she plays the organ. Oh, I wonder what's at this location now. It's probably just a dump or something like that, a literal dump. Gene Hackman. The lighting is great here. Love this shot. I know Romero mimicked it in Land of the Dead. That's such a great shot. Oh, a whole bunch of dead bodies are coming up now. Whoa, that lighting. See, I could see them remaking this now and putting Anya Taylor-Joy as the lead. That's what I'm seeing. Man, whatever music she's playing rocks, man. I had to stop swimming to jam out. Yeah. Matt snuck our band name into Danger Death Ray into or I think it's a picture of us into The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves. Kiss me. What the hell? What? She's totally lost. She's higher than I am. Foot fetish bros coming to watch her play that organ with her shoes off. I think I can smell her feet, dude. Micah could do it. Yeah. I think with the reason why I say Anya is the eyes, because Anya has those like insect kind of I don't know, there's something like praying mantis like about her look. And I think that this actress sort of has a similar look. And yeah, yeah. But I do think Micah, her facial acting is amazing. I mean, what she did in Long Legs is absolutely incredible. Eli, I think it's in a shot of like Matt, is it Times Square where there's a whole bunch of ads all over the place? And we're sort of like it's not like a straight on shot of the picture, Eli. It's like at an angle or something like that. I think it's pretty like relatively small, all things considered, but really cool. Yeah, she reminds me of Barbara after Ben KO'd her. Yet she still seems to be a little bit more present. But I think if you've seen this Big Rod, I think what's going on with her, I think it's like this slow realization that just is sort of like taking over. Wide set eyes. And I feel like Anya Taylor-Joy, she has those what's the shape? Like a almond shaped eyes kind of. Man, this guy, he's like, I'm not an alcoholic. And then look at this table. It's crazy. Yeah, and that might work too. I applaud her for, being involved in horror films and not only performing in them, but producing them as well. I think that's really cool. I'm not very familiar with a lot of her work. Um, but you know, she's a cutie, and I think more actors and actresses, especially the younger ones, should become producers and, have like kind of put their money where their mouth is and be able to like be proud and help make the movies that they're in, what they really want them to be for sure. Barbara, but with a job. Wide shot of Times Square in the day the earth stood still. There it is, Eli. Yeah, man, a whole bunch of streams this month, Nicholas. So even it's tough for me to keep track of everything. But if you hit the notification bell, it should give you a little alert when I go live for sure. And I'll be going live a couple times tomorrow. Actually, a few times, a couple times here on this channel, and once over on Wolfman's Got Nards. Barry and I are going to talk about Halloween 4 and whether or not it's overrated. So come join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern for that one. She does. She's just got a very unique look. I think like that's what I've noticed makes actors and actresses, regardless of whether or not they're beautiful, and I think most actors and actresses are good-looking people, but having like a unique look, like a unique kind of beauty that just helps you stand out a little bit. And I think Anya Taylor-Joy has that. And I think for the folks that dig dudes, I think that one guy, because Kate's been watching The Bear lately, and we watched that movie, The Rental. That Jeremy Allen White, Jeremy White Allen, I can't even remember. Jeremy Allen White, whatever his name is. I think he's got that like unique look, right? It's like maybe not a classically, good looking person, but they are good looking. I don't know. Or I could just be talking out of my ass. But when I look at Anya Taylor Joy, I'm like, oh, she's just memorable. Thank you, Nicholas. 22 likes. Holy cow. Let's see how the poll's doing. What do you think of Carnival of Souls? We have 30 votes. 43% say this is my first time watching. Holy cow. 37% say it's an absolute classic. And 17% are saying, meh. Jeremy Allen White. There it is. Shameless. Okay. He was in that as well. Yeah, I saw that, Raymond, and I just gotta ask, why? Why? I mean, does Hand That Rocks the Cradle have to be remade? Like, can't you just watch the original? I don't know. Or write a movie that's, like, kinda similar, but has its own story? I don't know. This guy is uber creep, man. What am I mispronouncing? I'm mispronouncing my name? Carnival of Sex Offenders. Come on. You're gonna like it, don't you worry. Oh, like the people in front, like she accidentally stepped on his feet. That was a pretty cute moment. And action. Yeah, Paula, if you just right click, you should be able to open up a new tab or something. And you can even pop it out. And then you can find like right up here is where we are with the time code. So you can, bring it up to there. Jamie says, I'm not going to see a remake of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. No way am I spending money on that. Man, this guy is like really, he's, is he a Kennedy? Yeah, they probably won't remake those. She went to the carnival all by herself and walked around, and then we saw a bunch of ghosts dancing around in the carnival. Oh, I didn't even say if I did say that, I didn't mean to say that, but she's been watching The Bear, and he's in that, and he's also in The Rental. I have seen all over. I go on Twitter, especially after that Iron Claw movie came out. It was like I saw so many people posting pictures of that guy, and I was like, "Who's this dude?" I had no idea who he was. Holy crap, that's freaky deaky. See, that's a great, legitimate, like kind of jump scare, but it's well earned. That was a really great moment. Yeah, this really does have it feels like a double episode of like Twilight Zone, There's certainly Twilight Zone episodes that are very reminiscent and tell a similar kind of story with this kind of twist. If he was a Kennedy, she'd be I'll take you to Chappaquiddick there. Matt Conway says, I saw Rebecca De Mornay once at Starbucks in Santa Monica. Still got it. Hell yeah. That's good to know. Good to know and good to see. What's happening, Fung Pai? Great to see you hanging out in the chat here with us. What the hell just happened in that bedroom? Oh my goodness. Sorry. Fung Pai says, good evening, Davy and friends, but I cannot engage you intellectually at your level of horror film knowledge. You know what? I've only watched it once, Foong, and if you check the poll, you'll see that most people are watching it here for the very first time. Um, and there's a link in the description below, so you can always scrub back. I've got a timer going right there. You can always scrub back to the beginning of the movie and catch up with us. And yeah, one of the great things about engaging in conversation is like we've all got so much to learn, right? Like I love horror movies and I talk about them a lot, but I certainly don't know everything, and I definitely get my wires crossed or my facts mixed up sometimes. So that's why we have each other so we can learn more and talk it out and politely correct each other and all that kind of fun stuff. It's true. Yeah, just the recognizable name. That's totally cool, Paula. And the movie is wrapping up here. We'll probably hang for a few minutes afterwards, but I do have some other channel work that I have to get to after this. Yeah, they're not gonna remake The Godfather. I mean, there are so many great, like, mobster and gangster movies, so they've already proven that you don't need to remake it, you can just tell a different version of that kind of story, you know? I don't man, maybe, a streaming service or something like that would try to do, like, a mini series remake, maybe, um, but I don't see it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's like remaking Jaws. It's just one of those. I don't know if they're ever gonna go back there. Boom. First go with the movie. Raymond saw it first time on Last Drive-In. There it is. Yeah, they're like, something's wrong with her. She's no, she doesn't have a husband yet. I mean, it's been what, like 3 days? Like she hasn't met a man. She's not doing anything for anyone else. And she turned this guy down when he advanced on her. I think she's gotta go. I think we need to kick her out of town. Yeah, the redheaded, Italian or, Irish Italian. That is a good one. There you go. Yeah, because 'cause I'd imagine James Caan is Irish, right? Is he a piece of I don't even know. I don't know anything about him, even after Elf. Hey, I like Elf. Necro says, "When this started, it reminded me of the Twilight episode, The Midnight Sun, where Earth's orbit shifts, causing it to fall toward the sun and burn up." Oh, wow, that's hardcore. It kinda reminds me of, what's the one? There's one with, like, a hitchhiker where the hitchhiker keeps on, like, asking for a ride somewhere, and you find out that, like, the hitchhiker is death, and this person is, like, in between crossing over. They haven't realized that it's time for them to cross over. Yeah, Paula, if you check out the channel, like, if you go to one of the tabs for, our older live videos, I've done Never Hike Alone 2. I've done It's Me, Billy Chapter 1. Um, I did the Haddonfield Nightmare from Braden Timmons, which is an H2O Legacy fan film. Dylan's New Nightmare, Uncharted, The Oxus Redemption. So, yeah, if you check out, the live tab and just go back, yeah, you can find some good ones back there. Uh-oh. It's the Shadow Man. There she is. She's got that Barbara look. Dude, The Twilight Zone's so good. One of my favorite shows of all friggin' time. I think one of the most subversive, punk rock, and important shows of all time as well. Yeah. Man, watching the first 2 Terrifiers, I mean, that's a long time, and then the new one sounds like it's really long too. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it in the theater, guys. I thought about going to see it last night. I know we talked about it on Late Night with the Davy, but, I didn't really it seems like maybe reviewing that one here on the channel is not really I don't know. I reviewed the other 2. Let me know really quick, guys. Should I go watch Terrifier 3 and record a review for it? I need to know. Let me know in the chat, or if you're watching after the fact, let me know in the comments. Liana, I've fallen out of cars before. They were stopped at least. If John Wayne can play a Mongol, Hollywood let anyone play anything. Not anymore, Poong. Yeah, you got to check out the first chapter or just the new one that came out today. The Nightman cometh. He kind of has that look, the Gene Hackman guy. Oh, well, that's rude. They're either hitting on you or cutting in line, you know? She's like, "This is fucking bullshit. What the hell?" Oh, nice, Raymond. Yeah, it must have been an influence for sure. Yeah, they are for sure, Leon or, Paula, and, can I talk? Can I remember who's on screen right now? Yeah, Paula, and I even picked movies that are public domain, so no one has the rights to them, and they're still giving me a tough time playing them on screen, so I definitely need to figure something out if I'm gonna be able to do that. Big Rod says, "Speaking of fan films, Vin really dislikes the Terrifier properties. It got dark really quick the other night." Yeah, he is not a fan, clearly not a fan. Rod Serling is my all-time crush, says Liana. His perspective on censorship was incredible. Yeah, and he really, man, there's a lot of anti-war stuff, a lot of, messages that holy shit. Mm-mm. Greyhound getting a little plug there. Um, yeah, he definitely had his fights with CBS over some of the subject material there. What's happening? David Boyvin to serve man. That is a great episode of the Twilight Zone. And welcome to the chat, David. I think this is your first time hanging out with us. So welcome. Everyone make David feel welcome hanging out with the Death Squad, watching Carnival of Souls. And it's just about wrapping up, but we have our little counter there. You can scroll back. There's a link in the description below for the film if you want to watch along. So check it out. Yeah, they're both really, now you can watch them back to back. I would highly recommend that, Big Rod. They work really well together. James Caan was so good in The Godfather, absolutely, and it's up to you, Davey, if you want to. Yeah, I just don't know if. Yeah, I reviewed the other two movies, so I'm thinking maybe I should just review the third one. I've never seen the Jordan Peele Twilight Zone, Raymond. Man, it's like she's invisible. What the heck's happening? He's going for gasps, bro. That's hilarious. I've had a crush on David Lynch since I was 8. I love, Jamie, his video or that video of him, he's, like, at a college, and they're asking him what he thinks about the fact that people can watch movies on the phone. And he's like, "It's bullshit." I love that. Sometimes you just gotta grab a tree branch and, like, let your weight just sorta hang. Necro says, "I want anything Terrifier." Ice Nine Kills released their new music video for a work of art featuring Art the Clown and Catherine Corcoran, the hacksaw kill actor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, her and her, like, husband go to a Ice Nine Kills show, and she's like is she supposed to be pregnant or something, I think, in the video? I saw a little something about it, yeah. Watch, it's gonna be the guy in the chair is gonna be the guy, the Gene Hackman guy, I just know it. Yep, Nightman skips leg day. You gotta pay the toll troll to get this boy's hole. Ree, 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 ree. And she's back in the car. Man, she has got to stop hitting the pens constantly. Take a break. It's bullshit. Oh, I can't I didn't even remember that. I love his honest response. It's amazing. What the hell? Is that Shrek? Oh, mm. Going back to the carnival, baby. Can't let it go. This is me when I walk into a horror convention. You got the friggin', Creed music video wind blowing your hair. We're all wide open. I wonder what James Caan was like in real life. You think he's surly? I don't know. This looks like a great place for a shootout. You know, like the way of the gun, like that kind of shootout, just right here though. She's got to find the Zoltan machine so she can go back to being a kid. Now that is a beautiful shot right there. Like, man, I'm just saying, like, older movies, there's some really, really great stuff. That looks like a still shot, and they're just zooming in on a frozen frame. Yeah, the water ain't moving. Man, she's hot. I'm just gonna say it. At the beginning of the episode, I was like, "She's pretty cute. Yeah, she's pretty." And now I'm like, "Fuck it, she's hot. She is smoking." No, I guess I should check that out, Jamie. Man, has that guy been in the water so long his hair's just starting to fall out? Yeah, I can totally see that, Necro. Can we please not talk about shootouts right now? I mean, just in a film, right? That's all I'm talking about. Not in real life. Liana, this new Cure video looks cool. Man, this is one creepy party right here. Step, pause, pivot, turn. One, two, oh, okay. Now, oh, wait, do I dip? Or wait, are you taking the lead? What, we're spinning now. Okay, we're spinning. And then where are we going after that? Are you taking me over here? Are we getting a drink? Yeah, I've been seeing all that Cure stuff pop up lately. Yeah, hot to some, not hot to others. What can you do? What's happening, Quentin? Great to see you hanging out in the chat, bud. Love that icon, that shot of Michael from Halloween 2. I think that's from the hot tub scene, if I'm correct. She just doesn't know what to think. Yeah, good old fashioned scream. One of us, one of us. Is this sped up film? This is hilarious. I love that. And religious ceremonies are just so strange. Oh, I have to stop here at this log. I'm going to stop at this one. Hello. I think I've only seen like one episode of Night Gallery where like the person's afraid of spiders and the tarantulas start like coming up through the sink and everything. Are these the same docs from Fletch? So I probably need to watch more, but I bet it's great. I mean, Serling's awesome. I've been loving so long with these TikToks of you that I almost believe that they're real. That's a good Cure reference. I dig that one. But where do they go, Jim? What are we doing here? So everyone was able to see her for a certain amount of time. Chris Cooper? Why do you stand so close to me, Ted? These guys. Get them away from me. Probably Morrissey. I think Morrissey would win in a fight, and I think Morrissey has a better catalog as well. That's just me. Nice. I need to check those out, Eli. Definitely need to do a watch of Browning's Freaks. I try to watch this at least once a year. Yeah, I've never seen it, so I got to check it out. And the movie ends as abruptly as it began. She was dead the whole time, but so those people could see her though some of the time, right? Is that what's going on there? That's interesting. Um, so everyone that was there could see her until the very end. So it just took a while for her spirit to cross over or something. I don't know. Guys, I'm sort of confused. Let me know what happened in the chat or in the comments below. I would say he's got to be better. Robert does have mass, that's for sure. Yeah, it might be a different cut, maybe. I don't know. A long time ago, Quentin. Long time ago. It's I haven't seen it since the 90s, probably. Back in the 90s. But yeah, guys, that was Carnival of Souls. We watched it. There it is. It's about a hour and 18 minutes, I believe, something like that. A classic from 1962. Let's see what everyone says. We'll close the poll out here. 33 votes. 39% say this is my first time watching. 39% say it's an absolute classic, and 21% say meh. So, at least the negative was the least amount, right? And that's really cool that a lot of you chose to, watch this for the very first time here on the Watch Party Hangout. That's pretty awesome. What did you guys all think? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this after the fact. What are your thoughts on Carnival of Souls? Is the remake something I should check out? I just don't know about that. And my kooky for thinking that Anya Taylor-Joy would be a good fan cast for yet another remake if they ever wanted to do it. I don't know. Nicholas says maybe we're all dead all along, but we don't know it. It's something to think about. Yeah, and it's definitely a storytelling mechanism or like a trope that has been brought back in horror many times with different twists and different perspectives to it. Of course, The Sixth Sense comes to mind. So we've seen this sort of idea, and I'm sure long before this film in literature, the similar idea there as well. It is an interesting little twist. Now that you can say that a picture of Rob sitting on Morrissey's chest and singing just like Jamie says, don't forget to smack that like, subscribe to the channel, join the Death Squad, and if you're watching on replay, leave a comment. Hell yeah, Jamie. Thank you so much. There you go. Putting it on. Boys don't cry, Rob, is what Liana says. I love it. Or Rod. I'm guessing you're saying Rod, right? Yeah. I agree. If they're still touring, then Smith is in better shape. I don't know. I think Morrissey. Morrissey is still taking his shirt off, still hanging out with Flowers. You know what, DA? I have not seen Brain Scan with Edward Furlong, but I've heard so many great people talking about it this year because it just celebrated its 30th anniversary. As you say there, it came out in 94. Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people say that this could have been like the next, like the character, I'm forgetting the character's name, but was sort of like a Freddy Krueger-ish kind of vibe with the power that he had. So definitely something that I got to check out. I always wondered if Boys Don't Cry was why Rob's mascara is always messed up. Probably. 25 likes. Awesome. Quentin, I have been to Illinois. I've been to Chicago a few times. My brother played baseball for the Cook County Cheetahs just outside of Chicago years ago. So I went and saw him then, but I've been a couple times since then. I haven't been to like rural Illinois or anything like that, but yeah, been to a few states in the Midwest there. I know. I'm so disappointing, Eli, I swear. Yeah, maybe he can phone Green Day and ask them where they get their eyeliner. That would be pretty dope, Cody. Guideline. Yeah, so we've been going for about an hour and a half. I think I might go grab a bite here in a few minutes. I don't want to jet completely quickly, but we can sort of go for a few more minutes here. So I don't know if you guys have anything you want to get in here or any questions you want to ask or whatever, just let me know. I'm going to wet my whistle. There we go. Liana says Edward Furlong is an incredible human being. I hope you meet him. And Raymond says brain scan is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard really, really great things about brain scan. So it's definitely got to go on the list. And yeah, guys, coming up this week, I just wanted to remind you, I've already told you what I'm doing tomorrow a couple times, but yeah, Wolfman's got Nards, 2 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm doing a, members only live hangout. And then 8 p.m. Eastern, Foz Rotten and I are going live for Movie Punks. We're talking about The Lost Boys. And then on Sunday, at 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I'm going on Pat That Halloween Collector. I'm going on that channel to do a little what if scenario on the Halloween franchise. So that should be really, really fun. And then one of the things I'm going to go do tonight, I'm going to rewatch The Lost Boys because it's been a minute. It's been a minute, and I want to just, refamiliarize myself with that film before we jump on tomorrow and talk about it. But I'm also going to watch Halloween 2018 because I don't know if you saw it, guys, but coming up this Tuesday, I've got a series that I'm kicking off called How to Make It Better. And we're going to go live. So I'm going to say what's up to everyone in the chat. Then I'm just going to kind of go through my points, and then I'll jump back into the chat once I'm done with my little video essay, and we'll kind of chat it out. But it's going to be just that. It's going to be me explaining to you what I think would make Halloween 2018 better. And then on the following Tuesday, on the 22nd, I believe. So yeah, on the 22nd, we're going to talk about Halloween Kills. And then on whatever day it is, the 29th, we're going to be talking about Halloween Ends. So we're going to go through the whole David Gordon Green trilogy. And I'm going to tell you what I would have changed to make it better. So that should be pretty fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Something new that I'm trying out. It's a series that maybe I'll do like once a month going from there, as long as you guys are enjoying it. And yeah, previously I was going to do those as pre-recorded videos, but I feel like it would just take me forever to shoot it and edit it. So why not watch the movie, get all my notes written down, and just go live with it? I think that's the way to go. You guys know how much I love going live with you all and hanging out with you. So yeah, we'll do that. And of course, Damien Maffei on Late Night with the Davey this Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's incredible. So really looking forward to that as well. Let's see what else we got going on in here. Quentin, I am 42 years old. Nicholas says, I try to do guy liner for Halloween this year, but I'm scared of poking myself in the eye. Maybe if there's a lady that you know that can help you, just ask her. Thank you for hanging out, Foong. Really appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. It would be been a fan of his since I was a little guy. Yeah, hanging out with Edward Furlong would be crazy. I mean, I watched him, Terminator 2 was massive when I was a kid, and everyone wanted to be as cool as John Connor, for sure. Raymond, I have seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and that movie is great. Yeah, I love that one. Thank you for hanging out, Big Rod. Really appreciate you. Yeah, Nicholas, stay positive. Absolutely. And we'll see you next time, Big Rod. Have a great rest of your night. Yeah, The Lost Boys is great, Jamie. That'll be really fun. I feel like I really love Movie Punks. I love what Foz and I are doing over there. It's kind of a shame because it's one of the shows on the channel that hasn't had the best viewership, but recently we hit 1,000 subs over here, and I'm really looking forward to getting going on it again. Yeah, Foz and I are doing an episode tomorrow, and then at the end of the month, we're doing Trick or Treat, the old 80s heavy metal Trick or Treat. So a little double dose for spooky season, and maybe that'll give us a little bit of a bump because I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys come and hang out and share your thoughts and memories on the Lost Boys. All right, let's see here. Yeah, that'll be fun. I've watched Pat, but I've never really interacted with him outside of Facebook Messenger. So really pumped to hop on the channel, do a little something for him. Yeah, DA, there you go. Watching that Salem's Lot remake. I've heard there's that 3-hour cut that they're gonna release soon, so I might wait for that one. Thank you for the healthy reminder there, Liana. Yeah, don't disappear on the difficult days, Nicholas. Just come and hang out with us and we'll lift you up. That's what we do here. What's happening, Ashton? We are just wrapping up for the evening, but you can always scrub on back. I had a little counter in the corner here, and the link for the movie is in the description below if you want to catch the watch along segment of the Hangout. And I'll be doing plenty more this weekend, so you can always catch me there. Oh, yeah, a little bit of late night action. Watching It's Me, Billy. Hell yeah. David says, just so you know, the algorithm brought me here. That's awesome, David. I really appreciate you. Hope we've earned your sub here tonight and you come out and check us out again. Plenty of pre recorded material and other live streams on the channel. So if there's something that you like about what we're doing here, especially the live aspect of it, I have plenty. I'm going live multiple times a week. So check out that live tab, see if there's something else you like. And we hope to see you again, man. Hope you have a great rest of your night as well. 20 on December 17th. Hell yeah, Quentin. I want the late night with the Davy logo, like the umbrella box set. Yeah, maybe I could do a little something like that. That'll be fun. I mean, I guess I'll have to look at which one they do. Like, it's funny. There's so many different versions of that font and of that title. I love like the Godfather looking one that they ended up using on most of the promo material. But yeah, they picked out a whole bunch of good ones there. Yeah, algorithm finally friggin' helped us out. Jeez. Uh, he had one more scene. He had more of his scene with Tweed that got deleted from Detroit Rock City. It was a little too serious for the tone of the movie, but Furlong shows his talent. Yeah, it's a shame we just don't really see him that much anymore. Night of the Demons remake. Aren't he and Monica Keena together, or they were at some point? Hell yeah. Let's see here. Just had to order the Lost Boys now. I haven't seen it. Yeah, I need to rent it because I don't have a copy of it, Nicholas. Um, Unfortunately, I don't. Let's see here. Looks like I'm pretty much caught up. Let's see here. Speaking of which, Bates gearing up to retire, isn't he? Home. What did I miss here? I missed something here. I feel like a total. I'm totally lost at this point. uh, Dominic Johnson says, "What will next week's movie be, man?" Had a blast. Finger red number one. I love the way that StreamYard says it. Had a blast. Finger red number one. So next week is going to be. Let's see here. House on Haunted Hill, the original House on Haunted Hill. I think it's like 59 or something like that, if I remember correctly. That's going to be the next one. And then we're rounding out the month with White Zombie from 1932. So really looking forward to those. I've never seen White Zombie. I have seen House on Haunted Hill, though. That'll be the next one. And then, yeah, next month, we'll pick one out. What I'll probably do, guys, is do a poll and we'll do one a month. I'll just give you options and let you guys decide. I have seen Heavyweights. I watched it 3 times in the theater. I love it. What's happening, Antonis? Great to see you. The Lost Boys review is tomorrow. Yeah, we're going live at 5 p.m. our time out here in Arizona. And yeah, it'll be like a discussion kind of thing with Foz, a review, and also just chatting about all the things about the movie that we feel make it like a punk rock kind of movie. Let's see here. I have seen It's Me, Billy Chapter 2. I got to see it last Sunday. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to watch the two back to back. Gonna do that. Brother Fluff says, "Hey, y'all, got a shower and hot food for the first time since the hurricane hit us Wednesday." That's great news, Brother Fluff. I'm glad you guys are safe, and it sounds like things are, getting a little bit better out there for you. So that's awesome. I hope you guys have a great weekend and, that power gets back and all that kind of fun stuff for you guys. Yeah, Quentin, I went to H45. I've been to Mad Monster, a couple Gathering of the Ghouls out here, all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, I love those. Days of the Dead, I went earlier this year. I love horror conventions. Yeah, House on Haunted Hill is friggin' great. Let's see here. Oh, A Home of Our Own because Furlong is in it with Cat. I think I remember that movie, but I don't remember much of it. I think I remember my mom really enjoying that one. YouTube auto played House on Haunted Hill after Carnival of Souls ended. Well, there you go. It's one of those public domain movies. You confused the hell out of me, Cody. Why? Why? I'm just joking. Our Eddie Furlong detour took a turn. Yeah, you guys basically froze me completely. Let's see here. Most anticipated horror movie of 2024 came out today. Are you talking about Terrifier 3 or It's Me Billy Chapter 2? Edward Furlong did play the crow, and no one freaked out about it. We just let it happen. Direct to video. No one said a damn thing. All right, guys, we've been going for about an hour and 50 minutes. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for the evening so I can go get to my channel homework. I'm gonna watch Halloween 4 and The Lost Boys tonight and try to watch H18 and take notes as well. So it's gonna be a really long, grueling evening of movie watching. Kate is out at an Oktoberfest with our friends Gary and Shauna out in the east part of the city, and she's going to be crashing with them. So, yeah, I'm going to get to work here for you guys so I can provide the best entertainment that I can because you guys fuel everything that we do here. And I appreciate and love you guys so much for not only showing up to the streams and hanging out, liking the streams and the vids, of course, subscribing. The folks that are channel members, like you guys are amazing. We're able to pay bills here at the house because of you guys. So thank you so much. And man, I just looking back on this whole YouTube journey, it's been about 15 months now. I'm just so thankful for everyone I've been able to meet, you guys, the content creators, all that stuff. So I've had an absolute blast doing this. We're going to keep it going, push the pedal to the metal through spooky season. It's going to be a shitload of streams. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure the notification bell is hit so you don't miss anything. When I go live, you'll get a little notification on your phone. It'll let you know because I'm going live a whole bunch this month, not only on my channel, but on other people's channels as well. So keep an eye out for the posts, the vids, all that kind of fun stuff. For the folks that aren't channel members, the next Tales from the Crypt episode review is dropping tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern, I believe. So make sure to check that one out. And yeah, guys, I'll be back on tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern with Barry from Wolfman's Got Nards. We're going to talk about Halloween 4 and whether or not it's overrated. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging with me again. Really appreciate you all. And until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.